Today we're testing protectaclear. You know how some of our materials that we use for jewelry, it can tarnish or oxidize, and it turns out not pretty after a few wears. So I decided to try this protectaclear. I'm not sponsored by this company, and so we're just trying this out because I wanna see how long, um, if I'm using a sealing uh, would last. So this is made by Everbright. There's quite a few things. You polish, neutralize, solvent wipe, apply cooling. And it says here, solvent wipe, step number 3. Even if the item is new, you need to clean with solvent before coating. So in this case, I've already cleaned this. They said to clean it, you need to use denatured alcohol. And so I have it in a paper towel, and I'm just gonna wipe this clean. Oh, now there's this. It's dry, and they said to put it on foil. And the next instruction is to put the coating in a clean, dry metal or glass container. Do not use plastic container. Now, I don't have a metal or glass container. I guess I can use the jar cover, but I'm not gonna use that. Instead, I'm just gonna I have a plastic container. I'm gonna use the foil because that's metal. I'm just gonna use a little anyway, I think. And then lay your items cut out on foil and brush protectaclear with a brush or a sponge brush. Gently glide the brush over the surface without getting too much excess on the foil below. After an hour, you can apply a second coat. So that's what we'll do. So we have this. This is the protectaclear. If you open this is about $21 Canadian. Plus you need to pay tax. And it feels like there's not a lot. So I'll try to use this sparingly the first time around. So let's put a little. That's what it is. I have said it wipe. Clean the top of the can to remove the excess coating. So I'm just gonna clean it off just to make sure that we are not. When it's here, it's kinda. Let's see it now. And then we will apply it with the brush. We have that, and we'll come back. Let's just make sure that it's not over coated or something, and we'll come back after an hour. This is now after, I think, 2 hours, almost 2 hours. It's sticking a bit. Is it pliable? I think it is pliable if we move it a bit. Oh, it's pliable. I don't feel any residue there. So I think it went fine. Let's do the gold. Again, I guess I need to make it pliable, a bit more pliable. And it seems to be fine. There is still a smell, but I think it's okay. So we'll go for a second coat. Off screen, I did, if you remember, I did this resin piece. I know for sure that can darken a bit, so I've tried it. I coat it around and not really on the resin itself, but if some, I think some went on the resin, but it's still okay. So we'll continue, and then the brush is somewhat stiff, but we'll do the second coat now. Here's there's still some left there. It didn't really dry up. So let's go for our second round. But just to show you how an unworn chain would look like in comparison with the one that we coated, seems to be quite the same. There might be a little bit darkening, but I think that's all right. Another one for silver. I think that's fine. I could see it fine. So yeah, so we have a comparison, just so you can see what a tarnished chain would look like. I've cleaned this, but it looks already tarnished, so there's no turning back from that point. So, you know, I would like to keep it as silver as much as I can. And so we'll be back after 2 hours. So here it is after 5 days. It's a bit, see, it's not bending, you know. Kind of have to, it's kind of, you can see at places it seems to be crunchy. That's the description I would say. But I think you can kind of make it flexible again. Yeah, see, you just need to shake it up and bend, I guess. Whatever the protectaclear did was making it a bit not as, I guess it's sticky, and when the coating dries up, it hardens it a bit. So yeah, I guess after bending it, it should be okay. Let's look at the silver. Same thing, you can see, but after loosening it a bit, it's already okay. And then just to show you what the pendant it looks like after 5 days, it's okay. I don't think it did anything to the metal itself. And so our test would be, I'll be wearing this out once in a while and see how it goes after 5 wears. And yeah, we'll come back and let you know what happened to it. This is an unworn chain. This is worn for 5 days with protectaclear. In comparison with the chain, there's some slight, there is some changes there. But just to see what it looks like if you do not protect your chain, this is how it will turn out. I cleaned it, but it's still looking grungy. So that's how it is. I think it gives my chain a better finish. I think I can wear it longer. It initially felt like catchy, scratchy, but now it looks okay compared to the regular chain, the unworn chain. And this one, there's some slight scratchiness to it. So the other thing that I would want to show you is that you have to be careful not to put it on anything that is plastic. I think this is plastic, and not sure if we can do anything about this, but there's slight, let's see there, that one is scratchy. It seems like it's melting the plastic, so I kind of wish I didn't do it on. I didn't know that this was plastic. There's some weight to it, so I didn't think it's plastic. I've worn this a few times, so the chain is okay. See, there's some it's okay, but be careful with putting it like on plastic. Make sure you don't put it on plastic. This I think is also plastic, but because it's not on a chain, it's still okay, but it doesn't really help any. So yeah, would I recommend protectaclear? I think I would, on chains and metals. That way you can wear it longer without it being discolored.